Hello and welcome. This is the third part, the third part of my prompts now, because I've done 1 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, and then I'm doing 13 to 16. Now I have calculated my bits of fabric because it's all on one big thing. Not my bits of fabric, I mean the size of my, I'm trying to keep in the size, a size for my cloth that I'm using because I don't want to have to make it any bigger. So what am I doing? I'm just checking on the prompts. That's a funny thing on my phone. So the prompts for 13 is stocking, woolly hat and mittens. So I've decided to do all three, and so I've cut out my stockings. These are going to be my woolly mittens here, and I've cut the shape out, free on the internet, and then I've just drawn my woolly hat. But I might make it a little bit bigger. Now to get these, you go to the internet for this, and it was just a download thing. Now for the prompt 15, there's snowman, fun in the snow and snowball, but I'm going to do a snow globe. So I did some research, and I think I might, no, maybe I won't, I'm not sure. I was thinking of swapping those around. This could be the snow globe and Happy Christmas or Father Christmas on here. Ow, 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 ow. But maybe I need to actually change this one because I don't think Father Christmas is going to fit all on there. He might fit, but not as a round thing. So I could just probably take that out. So what do we say? Father Christmas is in 16. So I will take this out and swap this one over. I shouldn't really pin them down because it always happens that I need to change something. So Father Christmas, he can go all the way in there. It's going to be quite large, so I might be able to put it down to scale. Don't forget I need a tiny little strip there, so that can move over slightly. What was 14? A wreath, a winter wonderland and frosty scenery. So I'll probably do a wreath there on something, maybe. Sometimes I'm just a bit confused. 15. Yes, so I was going to do the snowman, a snow globe. So I found this on the internet, and it's from Embroidery Essentials. I was able to print this off. Now I couldn't find anything to say that it was copyright, but I am changing it anyway. I've decided to keep the Christmas tree. I've done the house and a few of the trees, a little bit of the sky, and I've put a snowman in, and I've changed the bottom there, and I haven't put the house, so I quite like that. So I'm going to do this design, and it's going to sit right in the middle there, perfect. So that's my number 15, and like I said, Santa is going down the chimney for number 16. Let's just put this back on. So that's 16. Oh, that's you, Sally, messing me. 15. Right, 13 was the stocking. Oh yeah, the stocking and the woolly hat. So let's do something with that. Now I was having this as like a bit of a chimney. What do you call it? A chimney mantelpiece. So I was just going to put that a bit under there and fix up. Don't make that so long, but it actually doesn't matter because I'm going to put that little strip down, so that'll cover that over, and then put my stockings there. Where's the other one? Here it is. This is a bit of velvet from Sally's fabric, and both of those are. I've just used that in the reindeer one, but that's okay, I don't mind. And I'm going to put that over the top, just to put a little bit of, obviously I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to put my mittens down. It might have to go up slightly, and I'm going to cut my mittens and put my mittens in, and then I'll put my little woolly hat there as well. So I was thinking, I've got this fabric here. To make it look like a bit of a chimney, I don't know whether I should put make that into a bit of a square, or do I just have the things across, unless I use a piece of this for, let's try and audition this across for the mantelpiece is what I mean. I'm all lost with my words at the moment. I don't actually know. I don't know. It's not really talking to me, really. But what is talking to me is that I want to cut this out. So all I do is just cut around the shape. I should use smaller scissors. Probably don't need, oh no, because it'll be the left and the right, won't it? So I should have done this before. I'll just quickly cut this out. If you can hear a weird noise, that's my window banging. There's a big fire going on up the highway. Not anywhere near me. It's probably 5, maybe 9 kilometres away. 9 or 10 kilometres. All right. Oh, where did that come from? That was just sitting there. I don't know. That's very bizarre. Okay, so we're going to do the little gloves, and I was going to cut them out of this. I was going to do nice little pink mittens out of that. I'll do my, oh, I should have done it that way, shouldn't I? Then I would have saved heaps of thingamy-bob. Oh well, I've done it now. So what I'll do is fold that over, and I might be able to cut from the bottom. So if I make that straight, this is not straight. If I make this straight, and I fold that over, I've got them here. 13 is stocking, wool hat and mittens. So this is going to be my stockings, my mittens, and I've got a design for a wool hat on a piece of paper somewhere, but I can't seem to find it right now. I might have even accidentally put it in the bin, I can't remember, but I can always draw it again. 14 is wreath, winter wonderland and frosty scenery. Well, I'm going to probably do a wreath, and I did have this here, but it's not big enough. So I found my yo-yo maker, and I'm just going to use that to draw around as my circle for my wreath. So let's do it in the red. I'm not too sure if I want that actually. Yeah, I think I will. I think I like it. So I'll just stick with that. Let's just stick with what I've got. This would make a lovely wreath. I could couch this down, couldn't I? Yeah, I might do that. All right, let's leave that there. And 15 is snowman, fun in the snow and snowball. Well, what I've done, I think I showed you my, I can't remember what I've showed you now, to be honest. I have done a snow globe, and I think it's a little bit crooked. And where was my picture? It's got stuck there. Where is my picture? Here. So I've, what's it called? Traced over the top. And I forgot to do my little fire, and obviously my little stars and my star. Doesn't always work when you do it with a pen, but that's good enough for me. And 16 is Santa. So I've done Sally Santa. Excuse me. And Santa here is coming. Santa is coming. Now I've mucked up my words a bit, and I've done it with pencil, so I'm just going to have to leave it. I should have done it with friction pen, but I've done it with pencil and a bit hard to come off. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16. What are for the other prompts? I'm not too sure. Let's see what it is. Candle, fire, firelight and earth. I might do a candle. Prompt 18 is mistletoe, ivory and berries. I might do a combination of all three. Prompt 19, jingle bells, ringing, music, celebration, music, celebrate and celebration. I might do jingle bells, and I can put ringing, music notes along there. I think I've got music notes, fabric music notes. And 20 is joy, believe and magic. So I might use those words in a sentence and put down there, or find some picture to go with the word joy or something like that. All right. Let's start on, I don't need my circle. Oh, there goes some things I've just dropped on the floor, but it's fine. Right, let's do the number 13, and number 13 is a little bit tiny. Ow. What's under there? Oh, that's the line for where this was meant to go over. To put the fabric down, so I'll do that afterwards. What's in here? The little leaf. I'll just put my bits in here. Oh no, I'm going to use that to sew that down. Now, I'm trying to use this for a mantelpiece. So I've got, I'm going to put these away. Let's do the mantelpiece first. I've got this here. It's a pipe cleaner with some wool wrapped around it. If I can just get it undone. I need to move the wool slightly down. I'm more fingers and thumbs today. I will chop that off, I think. I don't think I need that long. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to tie a knot at the end. Definitely fingers and thumbs today. I need some brown thread, which I have. Black. I'm only going to use one strand. How is everybody? Hope you're well and stitching along, stitching like crazy, or just calming stitching, a stitching project, which I have 50 million of. I looked on Facebook and some people aren't following along this year, but they're going to follow along next year. So that'll be lovely to see some more of this beautiful stitchery in future Facebook group, in the group. Right, so what I need to do is move that there. I'm just going to come up somehow. Might just leave that there. Oh, why do you unthread, you silly thing? To tie that down, I'll just quickly do that. And then I'm just going to go over and under the pipe cleaner. Where's the pin? No, that's my... Oh, that's another needle. Right, let's just try and get that to stay down. So then I can go over and under without too much drama. Oh, it's come out again. Start the drama with... The drama has started by the needle unthreading. Last night we went out, which we don't go out much on a Saturday night, but my husband had his 35-year... Oh, that's on the green. Oh, well. 35-year anniversary of his workplace. So that was really lovely to go, and we had drinks and nibblies, and he got to catch up with old mates that have retired but are still Tim's friends from his work. It was just lovely, but gosh, it was 25 degrees, I think. It was still 37 degrees at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's very hot, extremely hot. Today is going to be hot too. I think it's 40 today. And overnight temperature of about, I think it said 23. So that's warmer than the UK summer. So when it gets hot like this, I stay inside most of the day. I don't venture out and do silly outdoor things. I can't handle it. Too old. I'm not too old, but as you get older, you just don't want to be bothered with all that heat. Right, so I think I'm just going to keep continuing on because that piece of... Now I've lost my needle. That piece of pipe cleaner will just get tucked away. So let's not worry about the pipe cleaner. As long as we get it all tacked down, it'll be good. I can always chop off a little bit of it. Oh, timer ends off later. It's just not working. Okay, let's get a pin in here. Don't pin to the bottom of that. Right, let's actually move this. It's not meant to be here. And we have a crooked mantelpiece. Oh well. Right. I'm working on the next 4 prompts, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Now I have actually marked them out. I may have said that once before in my video, and I've just remembered something. I needed to get the prompts, and I don't have that right now. So I'm going to stop the video and get the prompts. That was my daughter. She feels bad going out and leaving the dogs, but she can't take them. So I'm just sewing down the felt stocking and not my finger. The cotton doesn't match, but I'm not going to worry about it. I can't quite always get the right colour. So near enough is good enough for this sort of thing. Plus I might just cover the top anyway with a bit of a stocking thing. So yes, it's been extremely hot yesterday and very, very hot today. Hence why we all stay inside in the aircon, and if you're crazy enough to go out in this, then that's okay, but you know, you've got to make sure you drink plenty of water. My husband, when he went up north, like way up north in the heat, probably, where would we go? I don't know, Parabadoo, Tom Price, Newman, up that way in Western Australia. And you drive up there, or sometimes you fly, but this was the days when the kids were little-ish. He said in one morning, the morning part of him working out in the heat on the machines, and it's like 52 degrees, they'd go through 15 litres of water just in that one morning session because it was so hot. because once you start dehydrating, it's not good. You can die from dehydration, obviously, because your body gets to the point where your organs fail. If you're thirsty, if you think, oh shit, if you think, oh shivers, I'm thirsty, then you're on your way to being dehydrated already. You've got to, you haven't drunk enough. So I'm just going around there in a running stitch. I'm not too worried. And it shouldn't fray as much now because I've done the running stitch around the edge. See, there's a little bit of stuff. Excuse me, the hickey hops. Oh. Right, let's just leave it at that because it's starting to fray every time I play with it. So that's what number prompt am I? 13 prompt. Let's just fix this up. I hate it when it comes out. It's annoying. If I don't chop off the thread, I'll just get it caught in other places. And I'm not keeping these bits of thread. It'll just drive me up the wall. Right. So that's that done. Let's think about the mistletoe. Is it the mistletoe or the wreath? The wreath. Reef. Wreath. Oh, what's it called? I don't want a technical problem. What was it called? Wreath. W-R-E-A-T-H. Wreath. Right. I will do these two. And then I'll come back. I don't know how long I've been on for. I can't see. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been a subscriber for well, over a year now, a year and a half, I think, more than a year and a half, thank you for staying with me. Some of the prompts you may not be of interest to you, but that's fine. Not prompts, some of the videos I mean, but that's okay. Not everybody likes the same thing. So this is just twine. What am I going to do? I'll stop the camera. Do you know what? I will stop the camera here and just do the rest of this. Here I am finishing off the stocking. Sorry, I have finished off the stocking and my little baby mittens and my warm woolen hat. I think that's it. Yes, so number 13 is finished. I did that yesterday. And then I just continued on because I thought I've got a lot to do in this particular one, especially in number 15. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do in number 16 with Santa. So I'm just going to fix this up. There we go. And here we are at number 14. So I did the wreath. So this was just the trim that you use on upholstery bits, you know, when you put round the chair and stuff. I got some Suffolk puffs there, and I had some red crochet, and then Sally had some beautiful green buttons, which then I purposely put on the top of those. And I thought, oh, I had these white ones that it was lovely, but it just wasn't doing anything. So I had Sally's fabric there, and I'm missing a piece. And I thought I'll cut these out, and I need a bit of greenery, you know, a bit of foliage. So that's what I've done there. So I'm just about to stitch those down. So how are we all? I have made the other day a Christmas cake. So there it is there, the remnants of the Christmas cake with just a lovely cup of tea. So I'm just trying to, should have pinned that on. Bit croaky at the minute. Whoops. I'm still getting ready for Christmas. Still got things to do, but I'm going to try this week and wrap up my presents all ready to go, so I don't have to do it the night before Christmas. I don't have any children at home, but I do have adults. And so we can just wrap them up all ready to go. Then there's no pressure. So all I'm doing here is just anchoring it down. I think that's a bit too far, it's the wrong way. Anchor it down with just the white cotton. Actually, it's not white, I think it's a bit of cream. Wherever I can find a blank space of the leaves, I'm just anchoring it down like I did this one here. It sticks up a little bit, and I'm fine with that. You want it to look a little bit realistic with the leaves because they're not, you know, they don't stay flat. And obviously when I go to roll it up, I want it to be a little bit flat. But I'm sure I would just get the ironing board out, the iron I should say, and iron it away. That's the trouble with having a shorter thread. It always seems to want to just come out. Probably because just like then, my other fingers got caught in the needle. What I'll do is just not worry about that right now. I can fix that up later. I'm just going to pin that on there so you know exactly what's happening there. Let's talk about the other bits and pieces. We've got the snow globe and the Santa. So I think I'm just going to pause the video. I don't have any threads to do with the snow globe, so I'm going to have a look at what colours I need, and I'll come back. I'm back. Right, let's audition. I found some more fabrics. And let's have a look here. So that could be the chimney. Then I could have the white there, black for his boots. Then you've got white, and then I could do red for his pants. So I could all do this in, but then I do like, I've got some check here. I think I like the check for his pants. And I only need a tiny little bit. No, that's not going to work. Oh, I do have this purple friction pen, so let's see how this works. Don't forget you want to overlap everything. I think my friction pens, oh no, it's just the fabric. Okay. So I'm just going to cut slightly, oh no, not there. I don't know how on earth I got a bigger leg. I will cut this on the line. Trying to get my scissors in there. Let's get rid of that first. You know what, I'm going to use my bigger scissors. It's just too hard. Where are we? It's not as easy as you think. I've lost my right. There we go. I'm not keeping those little bits. I'm just not doing it. All right, so there goes me Santa. There. And he's going to have some boots. And I'm going to do that in the black felt. So I'm just off camera a bit. How about we pin? Much better. Now his boots are going to go up the middle a bit. Oh, now I'm getting fluff everywhere. That's because it's acrylic, not what's it called? Oh, what have I done there? How did I do that? That's all right, because the white's going to go over the top. Let's just chop that down a little bit. The white booties are going to go over the top. doing a very good job of his boots, am I? Right. There's one bit of his boot. Let's see if we can fold the other one. No, cut the other one. Well, I'm not going to actually. I will leave that on there because I'm just wasting time. So I really got to figure out, do I do that? Do I go in and do the brown with the white? And then what I could do is bricks, couldn't I? I think I like that idea. Or I've got this fabric here. But this is not dark enough for me. Nope. I think I like this idea. So it's going to be mainly felt, all this down here. And he's just going to have his pants. But what I could do is I could put that on felt because it's going to be the same thickness as everything else, and it'll be easier to sew. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it here and I'll be back. So here I am. I've got it all laid out and I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to probably do some bricks or something in there. I'm not sure. I think this is his belt. So if that is it, then I'll find some little, I might even have a little baby clasp or something that's gold or something and put a belt on him. But I'm just going to leave it there, and then I might come back for a quick show and tell before I get on to 17, 18, 19 and 20. So here I am on the last bit of 13 to 16. So 13 is the stockings, mittens and a woolly hat. 14 is a wreath, Christmas wreath. So I've put beads, buttons, I've cut out the holly and I've just used some big wide trim to go around the circle. 15 is my snow globe and I'm really impressed with that. Just some coloured beads, snowman with his little carrot, and that's representing the snow and the trees. The snowman might not be in portion with the rest of the thing, but that's what the printout was, which is somewhere. I thought I had the printout here. No, I don't have it anymore. So let me have a look here. No, I put it in the bin. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. And then 16 is Santa is coming to town. I forgot to put in the Santa Claus, but I'm not doing anything about it. It's I need to move on. I want to move on to the next prompts. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you liked this little bit of a video on my slow stitching with Sally from Dotty Bee. And if you're new to my channel and you don't know anything about this, pop over to her Facebook group and join Sally, Dotty Bee Slow Stitching. Thanks for watching, everybody.